Hey guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you my reading goals for 2018, and I love making reading goals videos. It's like my favorite thing to do. I just love setting myself like a challenge for the new year, and I love like the fresh start of a new year. It's just super fun. So I had a lot of fun coming up with these goals for myself. If you guys have any reading goals for 2018, let me know those in the comments down below because I would love to know. My first reading goal for 2018 is my Goodreads goal. If you guys don't know, on Goodreads, which is like an app or a website where you can record all of the books that you read and it counts them up for you over the year, and you can like write down reviews and give star ratings if you want. You can also record books that you want to read, which is awesome because then you don't have to like buy all the books or write them all down that you want to get your hands on. You can just put them on Goodreads and it saves them. Goodreads has a facility where you can put in a goal for how many books you want to read for the year, and then it tracks it for you, which is super fun. In the past, I have always set my goal like relatively low for myself. I think the first year I did Goodreads, I set it at 50 books, and then this year I set it at 80, but I always end up like just over 100. So I think this year I'm just going to set my Goodreads goal at 100 because I think that's realistic for me. That includes like super short books as well. Like if I read a comic, that counts. You know, if I read one of the little black classics, that counts. So I'm just gonna set it at 100 and see how we go. My second goal is one that is a bit of a challenge for me, and it's definitely something that is a bit outside of my comfort zone, but it's something that I really want to do, and that is to read more adult fiction. And obviously you guys know that I don't like only read YA or anything like that, but in terms of when I say adult fiction, I'm not including classics in that because obviously classics are like adult fiction, but I read a lot of those anyway. So I'm not including classics, and I'm also not including non-fiction, obviously, because it's not fiction, which, you know, non-fiction books, I read non-fiction books for adults, but I really want to just read some more adult fiction. So when I say adult fiction, that's going to include like historical fiction, thrillers, literary fiction, just genres that I don't seem to reach for as much. I think it's just hard to find my particular niche within adult fiction because obviously adult fiction isn't really a genre. There's so many genres within it, so I really want to read some historical adult fiction. That's something I think I would really like. My mum reads a lot of adult historical fiction, so I might ask her for some recommendations. It's something that I've never really picked up, but I think I would really enjoy it. I do enjoy some thrillers, so I might do some of those. I also really enjoy literary fiction when I can find the right kind. There are certain things that I don't really like reading about. It really just depends what the themes are and what the subject matter is that is being dealt with. I really like things that tackle like deeper philosophical type issues, like you know, people dealing with different beliefs or social issues, that kind of thing, rather than like personal family dramas. So it's just hard to find the right thing. So yeah, it's going to be a challenge for me. If you have any adult fiction recommendations, please leave them in the comments down below. I would love to know some of your like adult fiction favorites because I just don't really know where to start. Like I said, it's not really genre, so I don't really know where to look first, but I want to get through, to make this goal like measurable, I want to get through around 12 adult fiction novels before the end of the year. So that's basically one per month. I'm not going to make myself read one every month, but I probably will end up doing that a little bit because I just really want to push myself. Like 12 is my goal, but I really would like to go beyond that because I feel like any less than that I haven't really tried, you know? I really want to make that like a big focus, not just something that I'm reading on the side. I want to read like a lot of it. So yeah, like I said, let me know your adult fiction recommendations because I'm going to be needing some of those. My third goal for 2018 is to catch up on the Dark Artificers series by Cassandra Clare. This is part of her like Shadowhunters world. I've read all of her other Shadowhunters books up until the Dark Artificers. I didn't get around to reading Lady Midnight, and there's another book that's out, the second book in that series, and then the third one is coming out in 2018, so I really just want to get like caught up on that series. My fourth goal is to read a little bit more poetry. Poetry is really not my thing. I'm not particularly interested in it, but I would like to read like a little bit more than I do. I think I read like one poetry anthology in 2017, which was The Princess Saves Herself in this one. Didn't really like it that much, just gonna say that. So yeah, I think I would just like to read like maybe 3 poetry anthologies for 2018. I would be happy with that. If I read more, that's cool, but I think 3 is a good target for me because it's not something, like I said, that I'm super interested in, but I feel like I should read like a little bit more poetry than I do. Like I said, I didn't really like The Princess Saves Herself in this one, but I would love your guys' poetry recommendations if you can leave me some in the comments down below. Just keep in mind I didn't like that one, so anything that's like not super similar to that would be great. I just found that one a little bit too Tumblr-y. I don't really like Tumblr type poetry, if that makes sense, which is probably a generalization, but you guys know what I mean. Just any other poetry, let me know. There's a couple on my list that I've seen, like Kate from Kate's Book Date. She loves poetry and she's done a few like poetry recommendation videos, so I've got some from like her list on my like TBR, but we'll see what happens. My fifth reading goal is the same, one of the same ones that I had for 2017, and that is to read more classics. I just really love classics. This one is purely for fun, and it's kind of just to remind myself to read classics because sometimes I get overwhelmed by all of the YA that everyone is talking about and I kind of forget about classics. So same as last year, I want to read at least 12 classics throughout the year, which is one per month. Classics tend to take a little bit longer to get through because they tend to be like longer and more dense. So one per month I think is quite realistic, and we'll see how that goes, but I'm excited about that because there are some that I've been wanting to read for like a long time that I'm really excited about. But let me know your classics recommendations in comments as well if you have something that you really love that you think I would like. My sixth and final reading goal for the year is to reduce my unread books that I own. If you guys saw my like 2017 goals recap, you know that I started off with 39 unread books in my collection at the start of this year, and then I have whittled that down to 30, so I currently own 30 books that I haven't read, and I would really like to get that number down to 10, which is crazy because that means 20 of the books that I read in 2018 are going to be like off my own shelf. And the thing is with that is that the books that I own that are unread on my shelf, they're kind of there unread for a reason. It's because maybe I bought them in high school, or I bought them wanting to read them and just like haven't got around to it, which kind of means that maybe I'm not that interested in them anymore. But there are also some books from publishers that I really need to read that I haven't read yet just because I have been limited for time, and yeah, I just really want to get through all of them. So that's it for my reading goals for 2018. I also have some little like channel goals just for myself, just things that I want to do a little bit more on my channel. One thing is that I want to do more book reviews in 2018. I feel like I didn't do that many in 2017. Like I did a few. My preferred type of book review is like a spoiler-free one, just because those are the kind of book reviews that I enjoy watching. I'm more inclined to watch a book review if I haven't read the book yet, rather than watching a review of a book that I read to like compare opinions. Sometimes I like those like super long like discussion ones, but usually I just really enjoy spoiler-free ones like that are short, that kind of like give you an indication of what the book is like in terms of the writing and the themes and the characters and that kind of thing without going into spoilers. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of reviews, like whether you watch them or not, and if you do watch them, what type of reviews do you like? Do you like spoiler-free reviews, or do you like the super long discussion-y ones to, you know, watch after you've read the book? That was a random cut, but I just had to go do something, so if anything looks different, that is why. This is about like half an hour later probably. But anyway, I was saying that I want to do more reviews on this channel. Hopefully that would be great. I also want to do more reading vlogs because I know you guys really like those and I love doing them as well, so I'd love to do more reading vlogs throughout 2018. I also have a couple more random things I want to do. I want to participate in like a couple of readathons. I think that would be cool. I didn't really do any this year. And then I want to try out doing a live stream as well. I think that would be fun. That was one of Murphy's goals, so I've kind of stolen that one, but I think it would be cool just to try doing one. So yeah, that is it for my reading goals and like my channel goals for 2018. Let me know your recommendations for like adult fiction and poetry and everything that I requested in the comments down below, because I really need those. And yeah, let me know some of your goals for 2018 as well. I would love to hear them, whether they're like book related or not. I hope you guys have like a super happy new year, and I'll see you with another video in a couple days. Thanks for watching. Bye.